Yo, what up guys, my name is Nooses and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a super simple auto sorting storage system. That means that this system is going to automatically store all the items in the appropriate chest, and it's going to be as big or as small as you set it up. It really doesn't matter, you can make this huge or small. So let's get straight into it guys. Let me show you how this works to begin with, and then I'm going to show you guys how to build it. Alright, so number one, I'm going to end up putting a bunch of items in this hopper right here. And if you guys don't know, when you put it into the hopper, normally you're going to be like, oh, what's going to go into these big giant storage chests, right? Well, it's not that simple because technically I put a filter in here. So if you see this little hopper right here, this little hopper is acting as a filter. That means that it only lets certain items into these chests. And the way I have it set up right now is that these chests right here only will accept redstone. This one will only accept stone, and then this one will only accept hoppers. And then we have our junk chest. That means that anything will go into this chest as long as there is no storage for that filtered item pretty much. So let me show you how this works. It's pretty simple. We're going to end up putting a couple items in here. We're going to put in some random quartz blocks. We're going to end up putting some stone in here, and we're going to end up putting some redstone, and then we'll put in some hoppers, right? All right, cool. So while all that stuff is pretty much going on, if you guys can see, you're going to expect all those items to be dropped into rather this row or one of these storage systems, and that's not how it works because of those filters. So when I look into this storage system, we're going to end up seeing that there's a bunch of redstone, and that's the redstone that I put up there. When we look into this storage system, you're going to see all the stone that I put in there. Alright, so now when I open up this storage right here, you guys can see that there are the hoppers. Alright, so that's pretty much how this works, and then all the junk items will be in here. I'll just grab the junk items, and that's how this system works. It's really simple, right? Alright, so there's a lot of mechanics behind this, and I'm not going to cover any of that stuff, for instance how this redstone mechanic actually works, because it's a lot of detail, and if you want to find any of that information, you guys can go definitely check out some forums or other videos that it actually explains how this works. And I'm just not going to explain that to make this tutorial short. So let's get into how to build this. Alright, so real simple guys, you're going to need actually a lot of items. So make sure you have all these items in your inventory when you start the build. That way you guys can pretty much make sure you're not going back and forth and wasting a lot of time. Number one guys, you're going to need double chests. You're going to need two types of chests. You're going to need a trap chest, and you're going to need a normal chest. You're going to need a bunch of hoppers. You're going to need comparators. You're also going to need repeaters. You're going to need redstone torches. You're going to need some normal redstone, and then you're going to need a random block. So make sure you're using a block that doesn't interact with redstone. So for instance, for this tutorial, we're going to end up using normal stone for this setup. So the way we're going to do that guys is we're just going to build this structure, and let me show you how to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to place, of course, our chest down. We're going to place that right next to each other. We're going to build 3 high. Okay, next we're going to get our hoppers guys, and we're going to connect hoppers to the back of these chests. And the way we do that, we just aim our hopper into the chest, put them like that. All right, they're all aimed into the chest. All right, next what we're going to do is we're going to go to the top row. Right behind the top row of the hoppers, we're going to aim 2 more hoppers right behind there. All right, so those hoppers are going into there. Next, what we're going to want to do guys is we're going to build the structure that has the redstone components. So what we do is we go all the way to the bottom. We're going to go to the bottom hopper. We're going to skip 1, 2, and then on the 3rd block, that's where we're going to put our 2 stone blocks. Right above those stone blocks, we're going to want to locate our repeater, and we're going to put 2 repeaters. Make sure that the repeaters are facing towards the hoppers. You can verify that by these little arrows that are aiming towards the hoppers. Now that that's done, we're going to grab our stone again. We're going to put 1 stone block behind there. We're going to do another 1, 2 there. We're going to end up putting something right above the repeater like that. And then we're going to put 1 here and there. At the end of the day, you're going to want to have something that looks something like this. It's a really simple setup, so just make sure you take a screenshot of this or whatever, build this little structure, and in the middle, make sure you have your repeaters. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to fly up here, and we're going to grab our redstone. We're going to put 1 redstone here, 1 redstone there, 1 redstone here, and there. Next, we're going to grab our comparators, and our comparators are going to be faced towards the redstone. So we're going to put our comparators there. You can verify that it's aimed towards the redstone because there's a little arrow, and you guys can see that it's aimed towards there. Now what you're going to want to do, guys, is you're going to want to grab your redstone torch. You're going to want to come in here, and you're going to place one redstone torch here and here. All right, so that's how it's going to look pretty much. Redstone torch is there. All right, so now that you guys have this set up, next what we're going to do is we're going to put our item filter and then finish it off with the pipe, the hopper pipe. So the way we do that, guys, is real simple. We grab our hoppers and we make sure that the hopper is aimed towards this comparator. All right, so what we do is we aim towards the comparator, make sure the comparator is highlighted, and we place 1, 2. You got to verify it, make sure that it's aimed towards the comparator, because if not, it's not going to work. All right, so real simple. All right, cool. Next, what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to end up building our pipe right here. That's this little thing right here. All right, so the way we do that, guys, is we're going to end up building, we're going to grab any random block that we can just throw away. We're going to build 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to destroy those blocks, and we're going to put some hoppers where they were. All right, so from this little block, we're going to end up aiming the hoppers that way. And if you guys can see, the hoppers are aimed towards each other and they're going that direction towards that building, and that's how we want to have it set up. All right, so now technically it doesn't really matter how this works. We can end up putting our junk chest right there, we can put it down here, doesn't matter. As long as there's hoppers connected to it, this will work properly. Next, I'm going to show you guys how to set up the filters. The filters are super duper simple, and let me demonstrate that to you right now. If you guys don't know, these blocks right here, these hoppers, the hoppers that are aimed towards the comparators are the filters. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on it, and you're going to want to put any random item, put a single item in there. So if you guys can see, I just put 1 row of redstone, and then in this one, we're going to just put some chests, right? Oh, there you go. All right, that is how that works. When items end up coming into here, this will fill up to 18, and after 18, I'll start putting them into the storage system. So let's just put a couple in there until we have 18. You don't have to do this. This will automatically do it for you once you start putting items. So just put single items in here. All right, and now what we'll do, guys, is when we look in here, watch, I'm going to put some redstone into this little hopper. That hopper is going to move them down here, and then it's going to end up putting them in here and drop them into our chest down here. Now, if I end up putting, for instance, say the quartz block will not go into any of these chests. It will not go into the chest because of that filter, and we can actually find our quartz blocks over here. And that's pretty much how it works. You guys can pretty much make this as long, as big as you want, and it's super duper simple. You don't really need to understand anything else. As long as you just build it exactly the way it is, it should work and function properly. Now, real quick, if you guys want to make a square room or make a zigzag room and have corners, all you have to do is just build 2 of these systems next to each other, and you're going to want to connect them through a hopper system that ends up turning the corner. So real simple, the way you guys can turn the corner is by making sure that all the hopper pipe goes one way. So if you guys can see, they're all going one way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add more hoppers right here, and then I'm going to add hoppers. Oh, sorry. There you go. I'm going to add hoppers aiming towards this hopper right there, and there you guys go. So if you guys can see, all these hoppers are aimed one way, and then once they get to the corner, they're going to turn, and then the hoppers are going to be directed straight over that way. So make sure it's set up that way at the corner, so that way you guys can pretty much turn corners and have a square room that automatically does this for you. I'll show you guys my square room right now. So if you guys can see, that's how the square room looks like. It's just a square, and it's an automatic sorting system. All right, last thing to let you guys know is that sometimes this system does hiccup. So if you start seeing that a random storage system starts getting a bunch of random items, all you're gonna have to do is you're gonna want to go back to your filter. You're gonna want to click open your filter and make sure that the items are there, because sometimes it does glitch out and it will mess up. So the way to simply fix that is just by making sure you take all the items out and then putting another clean row of single items in there, and it should work properly after that. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the tutorial. It's a really super simple, cool way of auto sorting your system, automating a stupid process that a lot of people don't want to do. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like it, subscribe, whatever. Make sure to leave your comments if you don't understand what's going on. I'm pretty sure though you should understand it. I explained it pretty simply. And yeah, pretty much it. Peace out.